Now can you hear me? Yes. I'm unmuted. Oh, I was going to have this all ready. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, checking. Thank you for coming over. Am I really loud? I've worked on this all morning. And I just knew I was going to be ready, and here I am not ready. I've forgotten what I was going to talk about. I just thought it would be fun to test this out and see if it works. I'm going to try to do it earlier in the mornings, maybe on Saturday morning, and just read the news. So there's some really interesting things in the news. Today, my favorites, some of my favorites, not as far as personally, but I love their show, is the CHRISLEYS. And if you know anything about them, they were charged several charges. Do you know about that, checking? Okay, good. All right, so I can just go on. Okay, so this came out last night. Let me share it. I'm sorry. And actually, this one's a little bit older. It's when the prosecutors started seeking the prison sentence for Todd and Julie. And I am skipping this part about the charges because it's going to be covered in the other article. But this is interesting. The CHRISLEYS could get 22 years in prison. When it comes to sentencing recommendations for CHRISLEY Knows Best stars Todd and Julie, prosecutors aren't playing around. Atlanta has reported that federal crimes cannot be understated. The sentencing memo reads, after they defrauded community banks out of tens of millions of dollars, they hid millions of dollars from the IRS, all while going on television and boasting about, all their money. And yes, I love that. I mean, it is hilarious. And I know I could get a more factual article, but I think the CHRISLEYS really deserve, the full treatment. So I just went right over here to Nikki Swift to get that good gossip for the morning. And I'm glad I made it in here before 12 o'clock. I think it was 11:59. So that we can at least have brunch, I guess. So they were spending their money on designer clothes, flaunting themselves, those cars they drive, all that. And it's interesting. Yes, and I think they had IRS charges at some point. And I am not, let's see. I think I did it. Oh, good, I did it. Okay, so I'm going to read on down. And I hope, last night I was pretty comfortable with the reading part. Oh, I have to be on the other screen. I hope nobody comes in here yet. I hate to leave it up. I hate to mess up because then I don't want to leave it up. Okay, and this is making me crazy. There we go. All right. What's more, the prosecutor's document contends when they learned that they were under investigation, they involved their own family members and friends to obstruct the justice. And the memo adds that the reality TV couple hasn't even expressed remorse. They have spoken about their conviction on a podcast, and CHRISLEY Confessions is their podcast, which they are still making as of yesterday. And they're thanking their fans, and I have to admit I'm one of their biggest fans. I really love that show, but I do know that he's been in trouble many times with IRS, and gotten away with it. They've got so many family problems. I mean, we'll just talk about it. So, let's see. Now, this is what came out yesterday. and that I got so excited about doing this. Todd and Julie Chrisley break their silence on upcoming prison sentence. So they sat down and finally talked about it. And it is really interesting what was said. They're addressing the first time how they handled the news of their upcoming prison sentencing. I mean, really, y'all, can you... can you see these folks in prison? I'm not sure. I don't know how they're gonna. I'm sure they'll go one of those fancy, fancy. Thanks, Chucky. I'm sure they'll go to one of those fancy prisons. What are they called? White collar prisons. But you know, when we've all watched them, they're just, this is them, right? Well, this is them yesterday. Should I be laughing? Is this okay, Chucky? I mean, it is the gossip column, right? It's girl talk, right? Or I shouldn't say that. It's gossip, though. It is. I love it. The tabloids, I suppose. And I think the contrast is just stark. Poor Julie. I really kind of feel sorry for her, but she had to have known. She had to have known that he was doing that. She had to have had some credit in that. The ones I feel sorry for most is their kids. And it's really sad. Because I know that those kids, they probably have known for a long time, because I know Savannah, the oldest, came out, a while ago, maybe a year ago, talking about it. So let's read this. Here we go. Oh, I got to share again. Oh, good grief. I just want this to be so smooth, and it's not going to be, is it? It makes me think too much about working the computer and not enough about cutting up. For years, the Chrisleys used illegal methods to get money from the government and avoid paying their taxes. According to Insider, the couple allegedly forged financial documents, inflating their wealth in order to receive $30 million in bank loans to spend on luxury items instead of paying back the immense loans. Todd declared bankruptcy. I knew he had done that in 2012. And at that time, he had $20 million of debt. So he had some pretty illegal stuff going on. After the 3-week trial in front of a grand jury, which I would have loved to have seen, would you not? Todd and Julie were both found guilty on multiple charges. Bank fraud, tax fraud. Originally set to be sentenced on October 8th, they rescheduled their court date for November 21st. On November 16th, the court documents reveal the prosecution recommended to the judge that Todd should be sentenced to at least 17 to 22 years. That's 2 decades. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know, but I'm thinking Julie is going to be there 10 to 12 years. But when I look at this, I don't know how she's going to make it. I mean, she's got a lot going on to be in prison. Now, he might enjoy it. What do you think? What do you think? Hey, Jen, what do y'all think? Todd may enjoy prison. He's got his own element there. Let's see. Is this where we are? Oh, it's not switching, is it? Okay, let me share it again. Sorry. I know there's an easier way to do that. Checking, I need you to show me how to do this. Thank y'all. Just bear with me. I'm sorry. But I really appreciate y'all being here. I really do. I thought I was going to be better. I've planned for this for 4 hours and I'm still not ready. I guess you just don't get ready. I think it's just a habitual thing. Okay, so this trial went on. It was actually pushed back. They've only got 2 dates on here. It's been pushed back so many times. I mean, they really just bought themselves so much time and freedom. And I know that they knew they were going, but they just put it off. And he's very, yes, Jen, I know. I mean, it said no, but it's just hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, he has really got away with decor. Okay, so I thought this was really sweet that they're hanging on together, and I have heard that in the news as well. So that's good. Todd and Julie are trying to stay positive before their impending sentence. On their latest podcast, which was yesterday, the couple spoke publicly for the first time amid reports that prosecutors are seeking more than a decade in prison for both Todd and Julie. At this point, it's clear that there's a real possibility the two could end up in prison for a very long time. 2 decades. The reality stars discussed how the unknown bothers Julie the most about this situation. But even though there is anguish, Todd and Julie have been sticking together through it. No matter what the road is that we walk it united. Now, I wish I could read. No matter what the road we walk it united. Todd explained. We walk it as in love as we've ever been. I think our love is deeper today than it's ever been. He's acting. He's still acting. I mean, he really does not get it. I think he's just kind of narcissistic, which it makes a wonderful television show. The ever religious couple also talked about how they are walking in faith, knowing their children are solid if they were to get locked up. Are the children sad? Yes, they're sad, Todd admitted. Are they looking toward tomorrow? Yes, between them, the CHRISLEYS have 5 children. The youngest is 16 years old, which I think, I saved some things here to show y'all because I think that's pretty amazing that we have watched Grayson grow up. Here he is. He's 16 now. I knew that last season he started driving, so that's really neat. Savannah, and you see that they're saying 5 children, but Chloe is not their child. Chloe's their grandchild. So there's 4 here. So I kind of started going back because I know one's missing. Do y'all know that? Jen, do you know who's missing? Do you watch it enough? He was only on in 1 season. He's like the older brother. And in this picture, the daughter, right? Both of his kids are missing in this picture. But I found some older ones. Now, this one I really enjoy. It's probably one of my favorite pictures of the CHRISLEYS. And this is his daughter Lindsay, right? Right here. And this is Savannah. And then this is Kyle. Remember Kyle? He's the daddy to Chloe. So I find this interesting because here is a really, I mean, Grayson was baby. There's the 4. Then you get to where Grayson's, I don't know, he might be in 2nd, 3rd grade. And you got Lindsay in here, but no Kyle. And, Kyle was not in the conversation with the news. And I think that's really interesting that it's just still so about him that he can't accept his son. That's really odd. So we go from this to this. Poor Julie. She just looks so pissed. And I also found this interesting that this was, they had been charged in this picture, but they weren't having to stockpile money. And, their sets are lavish, such as this. I mean, that was not a cheap picture to take. And this is their picture last week. It's a beautiful picture. It's done in front of a green screen in their house, in their basement, I'm pretty sure, in their garage. I'm pretty sure. It's drastically different. But I'm glad they're innovative, and I'm glad that they're kind of feeling a little brunt, really. Aren't y'all? I mean, isn't it time that they quit flaunting that? And yeah, big change. It really is. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here and just make sure. Okay, this is so interesting. Because Savannah has spoke again, and I guess she's the only one, because I've watched for Chase and he doesn't talk about it, and the other kids I don't think even speak, and I haven't heard Grayson talk about it. Right, I wonder what Nanny Faye's doing. I bet she's grieving too. I bet she really is. And this was so fun for her. I'm really glad that she had that time to do that, because I know that was a really fun thing to do at the end of your life. On November 13th, their daughter Savannah showed her support for her parents. Now, tell me, is this support? If Levy comes over here, I need to get y'all a wrench, but I don't know how to do it. I have to wait for you. I need to learn how to run my own channel, I know. On November 13th, their daughter Savannah showed her support for her parents when she reported a quote on Instagram. It read, "You know who's going through a lot right now? Literally everyone. Be kind." I don't know I don't know whether that's sassy. I don't know whether she has to raise her grown parents. I don't know if she feels the burden of that family, and she may, because growing up in a household of boys, it's really hard. You feel a lot of pressure to be the one that can take it off of you. And I just left that overlay right on there. Y'all got to tell me so that I'll take it off. Okay. Okay, I'm sure there was, for 4 hours of planning, that didn't take long, did it? So I want to see what y'all have got to say about this. 17 to 22 years. It's unreal. I just can't see Todd. I just can't see Julie in jail. And I wonder what the white collar prisons are like. Is it really, I guess it's bad for them, but I hear cushy things about it. You like it, checking? Okay, because I'm going to try it again in the morning, because I really want to get good at it before I have anybody really, like a lot of people come over. So I haven't shared it. And Jen, thank you so much for coming over here and checking. I appreciate you. Because I need to practice a little bit. Ink helped me last night, and it was really fun. But I think I'm more nervous today than I was yesterday. Last night, I just kind of went for it. But today, I planned so much and had it all ready, and it still kind of bombed. But I've just got to get a smooth train of thought going. Okay, good. Look, I have got the best newspaper articles, and I thought maybe in the morning, when some of our buddies aren't live, I thought it might be fun to just to do this, and that's what I was doing this morning, is reading the paper, and I was laughing with Mr. Sully about it. And I got so tickled, I thought, and of course he was on his way to play golf. And I thought, I really should just be talking to my buddies about this. That would be so much more fun. And if I can get comfortable and really think of it like that, then I believe I would leave this on the air. I'm going to practice this real quick. Let's see. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Oh. Okay. I think I probably have more people watching than I have in live chat, so I better quit playing and get off here. But I enjoyed it. I was a little nervous this morning. I think because I was afraid I might have an audience. But thank you. Thank you, Checking, very much. My youngest keeps encouraging me to do this, to read, because he loves for me to read. So I thought, well, what can I do at Sully's Lounge? What would you do? And I thought, hey, we could just get together and chat about the gossip and BS. That'd be fun. So I thought, let's read the paper. Let's see, what time is it? 12:23. I may can squeeze one more in if y'all want me to. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to get off here then. Um, and tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. Okay. I'll do one more. Okay, let me see if I can get a short one. I've got a really good one, but it's going to take a little bit of planning. Okay, this one is really, really good, and I don't have to plan for it, so I'll do it. It's crazy, really, and I don't really think that we'll be talking about China very much, but I just thought y'all would enjoy this. If we're going to sit around reading the newspaper, this is pretty fun to comment on. Y'all hear my clicks? I've got to get a professional mouse and all that. Okay. These sheep. Can y'all see these sheep right here? Let's see. They are walking in circles. There ain't no sleep with this counting. Dozens of sheep have been eerily walking around in a circle for 12 straight days in northern China, Inner Mongolia region. The bizarre behavior captured on surveillance footage shows the large flock continuously marching clockwise in a nearly perfect circle around this farm. What happened? Some other sheep can be seen watching from outside. The sheep are perfectly healthy, and the cause of the behavior remains a mystery. Come on, load. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's happened. Let me stop. Oh, there we go. Something's happening. I think it's my computer. I'm going to have to get a computer if I'm going to do this. Oh, I'll change your comment, Jen. Sorry. Let's see. That's not being easy for me. I'm going to try that one more time. Oh, thank you, Jen. Okay, here I go. I'm going to try it one more time. It is just so crazy. My iPad works so lightning fast. I'm sure I'm going to have to get a new iPad. I mean, a new computer if I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to wait for that commercial. The owner claims the spectacle began with a few sheep before the whole flock joined in. Well, I don't know why it stopped. Oh, let's see. Y'all, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been so daring. And we have an ad. And it's not the article. Okay. Okay, let me get it going. Let's see if I can get it going again. It's that whole article is kind of pacing like that. Here we go. This would work if that will stop. Okay, there we go. The expert may cover this tonight. He'll probably do much better than I will. It's just you just have to form that habit with it. Sheep owner identified as Miss Mayo claimed the spectacle began with a few sheep before the flock joined in. Although there are 34 sheep pens at the farm, only the sheep in one of the pens, number 13, has been acting this way. Look at that. Okay, they've been doing this for days. Said the sheep are healthy and the cause of the nonstop circling remains a mystery. They walk in a circle all day and all night. According to the sheep owner, a few sheep started walking in a circle before the others joined in. The cause of the erratic behavior has yet to be determined. They have been on the move since November 4th. It's unclear whether they stopped to eat or drink. Some have speculated the sheep's behavior could be caused by a bacterial disease, also known as circling disease. Initially, affected animals are depressed, disoriented, and anorectic. I think that, what is that? Won't eat, maybe? They may propel themselves into corners, lean against stationary objects, or circle toward the affected side. I looked that up, and because our dog does that, she pushes her head against things, and it's a type of brain tumor. Outbreaks of these, which is really weird, China outbreak, sheep walking in a circle, typically occur as a result of spoiled or low-quality silage, according to the Merck Manual. In sheep and goats, however, death usually occurs in 24 to 48 hours. So I guess that's why. I guess that's why they don't think they have it, because they've been doing it since November 4th. These sheep have been walking in circles since November 4th. Wow. I wonder if it's malnutrition. It is really weird, isn't it? I wish that I could get the video to play, but I feel too nervous to try to make it work. Did y'all see that article? Did I share it? Did I share that right? Checking. Did you see the article? Okay, good. All right. So now how do I end this? Just say bye? Have a good day? I really did enjoy it. I'm so glad you came checking. Thank you. And I bet I won't put this one up and leave it either because it's got too much dead air in it. Okay. Bye, y'all. Have a great day. Let's do it again tomorrow. Maybe tonight after the expert goes off. Maybe I'll be up late.